information. Okay, so let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have learned about how we can create our AWS account and how we can create our Windows EC2 machine. In today's session, we are going to learn about how to create a Linux EC2 machine. But before starting out this particular topic, anyone have any question? Please raise your hand. Yes, Rish, you can unmute.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Suresh.
My question is that the public and private key, when do we use that public key in real time?
Public key
In
is
last session,
getting, as in last
so,
session, I said public key is getting stored in cloud and private key is going to download in our local machine.
okay, do we share, can we share this public key to anyone to access this EC2 server in somewhere in remote location?
Public key is stored in cloud only. It's not in your local machine.
Okay.
So if you
So
want to connect,
this So that is the one making the relationship that is the one establishing the relationship from um, my EC2 server into the cloud. Is that right understanding?
yeah, from local we are giving private key and from cloud they are giving public key. So when both the keys come together, then we are able to connect to our machine.
Okay, got it, got it.
And
Thank you.
For Windows machine, with that particular temp file, we are generating a password. So it means from our side, we are giving a password, and from their side, they are giving that public key to us. So the combination of both the things, we are able to connect to our machine.
Thanks, Ankit.
Okay. Anyone have any more question? Please quickly raise your hand. Okay. Look like no one has any question. So we'll start with the today's topic where we are going to learn about how to create a Linux EC2 machine. Process is same. The steps which we have followed in our previous session to create a Windows machine, same steps we need to follow. The only thing is in previous session, we have selected operating system, what we called as EMI. We have selected Linux one. Here we need to select in previous session, we have selected Windows one. Here we need to select the Linux one. And to create our Windows machine, we have enabled a port number called RDP, which is 3389 port number. For Linux, we have a different port number called SSH. And we have seen in previous session, by default, AWS is enabling that particular port number, RDP. So if you're creating a Linux machine, let's see, are they going to enable that port number automatically also for Linux? We'll see that. So click on launch instance. So the first thing what we need to do is we need to give the name to our machine. So name can be any name. It's not mandatory to give a unique name. You can give any name to your machine. So here I have given the name. First step is completed. Second step is we need to select AMI. And by default, they are giving which AMI to us? Amazon Linux. And under Amazon Linux, by default, the AMI is Amazon Linux 2023 AMI. You want to use this one, and even under this also we are getting it with different types we are getting it. Or while practice, if you want to create Ubuntu one, you can select Ubuntu one also. You can select Red Hat, Sushi, or other also you will get. And all these are coming with free tier eligible. You can see here. Here I'm getting free tier eligible. So whichever is coming under free tier eligible, you can select that without worry about that. You will get a bill for that. Now, I'm going to use the Amazon Linux, the default one, which we are getting it from their side. We are going to select Amazon Linux. Scroll down. Here again, we are getting the same instance type. Like in previous session, we have discussed it. To create any of the machine, we need these four things: CPU, RAM, hard disk, or AMI. AMI, we have selected Amazon Linux. Now we need to select the CPU and RAM. In previous session, we have selected the type with the what's the type name? Called T2.micro. So in the today's session also, we are going to select the same type. How much CPU we are getting? One CPU, 1 GB of RAM. If you want to select any other type while practice, you can select that, but you will get a bill for that because T2.micro is coming under your free tier eligible. I'm using Mumbai region. In Mumbai region, this is T2.micro. So whatever the old regions we have, like the most of the old regions have this instance type T2.micro. If I talk about these newly developed regions, which are by default not enabled, I have given the details also in the last session how you can enable these regions also. So you can check that video. So if you go with these new regions, in new regions, you will not find T2.micro. In that one, you find you will T3.micro. But in that one also, it is clearly mentioned free tier eligible. So with that, you can identify for your practice purpose, you need to select this particular type. So here I select AMI, here I select instance type. With that instance type, we will get CPU and RAM. Now we need to select key pair. If I want, I can select existing key pair also, which we have created in previous session. I can use this one also. There is no restriction that this particular key I can't use for Windows or this particular key I can't use for Linux. Now, so here I'm going to create a new key pair. I'm not going to use existing one. If I want, I can use it, but I'm going to create a new key pair. So click on name I'm giving as done. Here type needs to be .pem. .ppk is used for putty. We will see in our upcoming session about .ppk also, but right now you need to select .pem. Create key pair. So here I'm going to store the key. Now, so we are able to download that particular key. Now, what is the next thing? Next thing is we need to create a security group. In previous session also we have created a new security group, but at that time we have enabled RDP port number. RDP port number is for Windows, and you can see here by default they are enabling the SSH port number. Same way in last session also, in today's session also, they are enabling automatically port number based on the AMI we have selected. Now, next thing. Here I'm getting. I can select existing one, but if I select existing one, we can't connect to this particular machine because to connect Linux machine, SSH port is required. But in that security group, we have enabled RDP port. So I'm not going to use existing one. I'm going to create a new one with only SSH port. And what is its source? Anywhere. Anywhere means we can connect to this particular EC2 machine from any part of the world. Yeah. But what is it name of the security group? It's a default name. I don't want a default name. I need my proper name to give so I can use this easily in our upcoming sessions also. So let me give the name SG. So under network settings, edit. Regarding these options, I have already informed you in last session. We will discuss in our upcoming session. So here I've given SSH. Now anyone can tell me what is it port number for SSH? Like for RDP, we have 3389. For SSH, what is the port number? Can you please confirm in the chat box? Correct. The correct answer is 22. RDP 3389, SSH 22 port number. And if you see here. And what is that source type? Anywhere. Anywhere means we can connect to this particular machine from any part of the world. Right now I'm using anywhere. In our upcoming session, we will see these two options called custom also or my IP also. We will see that in upcoming session. Scroll down. To create any of the Windows machine, minimum 30 GB of hard disk is required. But to create a Linux EC2 machine, minimum 8 GB is required. So you can see here, by default, they are giving us 8 GB of the hard disk. But for this particular machine, if you give 30 GB, if I here as 30 GB, they will not charge me any amount. Because as per AWS free tier, maximum of 30 GB we can assign to one single EC2 machine. If we go with more than 30 GB, then they will charge us. Here it is, they have mentioned 30 GB. So by default, they are giving us 8 GB. So I can just go with the 8 GB right now. So we are able to give the hard disk size as 8 GB. So just have a quick recap what we have done. The first step is we have given the name. Second step, we have selected our AMI. Third step, we have given instance type. Fourth step, we have created a new key pair. It means we have downloaded the private key in our local. Public key is getting stored in our AWS cloud. About these details, just leave as it is. Don't do anything here. Just leave as it is here. And then we have created a new security group. With the help of this security group, we are enabling a port number called SSH. And with the help of SSH port number, we can connect to this particular machine. Scroll down. Here we are getting 8 GB of the hard disk. And how many machines I need? Only one. So I need only one machine. So we are giving number as 1. If I need 10 machines, I can give number as 10 here also. But I don't want 10 machine. I just need only one single machine. Here also we have a review summary. We can see here AMI, instance type, security group. We are creating a new one. Storage 8 GB. And how many volumes we are attaching? One volume. And the default volume which I'm attaching is called as root volume. In our daily language, basic language, we call it as hard disk. But in AWS, it is not called as hard disk, it is called as volume. And the default volume which we are getting it, that volume is called as root volume. If you want to attach a new volume, like this is my C drive, you want to attach one more as a D drive, we can attach that also. That volume is called as EBS volume. Regarding EBS volume, we will discuss in our upcoming session. We have one full session just only for EBS when we have it. To cover that EBS topic, take near about 1 hour. So we will discuss it in our upcoming session. So what I'm going to do here, launch instance. And here I have one more option called advanced details. Regarding these advanced details also, we will discuss in our upcoming session. So just click on launch instance. Done. So we are able to create our Linux EC2 machine. So what is its status right now? Pending. It will take some time to show a status as running. And even if you notice here, how many machines I'm able to see here? Only one. Where is that machine which we have created last session? It get removed. That's what I have told you. Once you terminate that particular EC2 machine, for few minutes, it will show you here. After few minutes, if you come here, that particular machine is completely going to removed from your AWS account. So that is why we are not able to see the machine which we have created in the last session. Status running. So here we are able to create our machine. So just creation of this machine is our work completed? No. Our work is not yet completed. What we need to do, we need to connect to this particular machine. So how to connect, we will see that. But before that, anyone wants to ask any question, please let me know. Yes, Shiva, you can unmute.
Hi, Ankit. Thanks for this opportunity. The question is not related to this one. I'm just very much interested to start with the, this session for the AWS batch from the 259. I just wanted to know I joined the sessions today. So when is the actual training?
I asked the same again. I'm asking the same question, the one which I drop you in the chat box. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm teaching right now?
So that's what I'm like. I need to know, is it a demo sessions or actual? That's where I missed up. I mean, that's
So
where
whatever is in the demo session, it doesn't mean that this is not this is irrelevant. It is relevant. This is
Right.
what we are going to use in our upcoming sessions. Right now, this is just a basics. So
Okay.
whatever I'm teaching, these things will definitely help you to understand more topic.
Right.
Okay. So these are just the basic things. So
Right.
definitely this will help you.
Right. So the reason I asked here is because I missed up the few sessions before. So
2 sessions you have missed. Today is a
yeah.
third session.
Okay.
And I just want to know, are you in the WhatsApp community of 259 batch, Shiva?
No, I'm not in that
Okay.
community.
I'm sharing the WhatsApp community link of 259 batch. Okay.
Okay.
I'll inform my team after end of this session. They will share
Okay.
day 1, day 2, and day 3 recording in the group.
Okay.
So you have missed
Okay.
day 1, day 2. Day 1, if you're not going to watch the video, doesn't make any difference, because that's just an introduction about me, about students, about their questions.
Okay.
That's all about that. So you can start from the day 2 also.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. So from start day 2, you can start it. You have just missed it, how you can create a AWS account and how to create a
Okay.
Windows EC2 machine. Because today we are learning about Linux. In last
Okay.
session, we have learned about the Windows.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm done with my questions. Thank you.
Yes, Nate, you can unmute.
Good. Hi, sir. I have
Hi.
a question. I was in the last session. I joined the previous session, but kind of like at the end. And for this session, I would like to be added on the in the
Please
class.
contact my support team. Here is that email address. I'm dropping an email address of our support team. Please contact them regarding these questions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Also, the WhatsApp group, like I tried to join the WhatsApp group, but I don't think since I haven't been admitted to the group.
We are not adding anyone in the WhatsApp group. We are just adding students in the WhatsApp community. So that's a community link I have shared to you guys. So you can join the community.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so you will if you by using this link, the link which I shared, you can just click on that link. You can easily join the community. There is no approval required. Nothing is required to join the community.
No,
Okay,
I'm already
and
in the
whatever
community.
you are already in the community, so that's all. So you will get the updates about upcoming sessions there. Okay,
Okay.
whatever the things we need to provide you, we will inform you there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone have any more question? Yes, yeah, you can unmute.
Yes, my question is about on SSH. I understand what you said about SSH being used for Linux, but I don't
Correct.
understand what is SSH. And then
SSH is a port number. Like RDP is a port. In previous session, we have seen it to connect a Windows machine. RDP port is required. So same way to connect Linux machine, SSH port is required.
Okay.
Okay, without that, you can't connect to those particular machines. Like because just creation of machine, our work is not going to complete. Like in that particular website, the server which I have created, in that one, I want to create a website. How can I create a website in that one? I need to connect to that particular machine, then I can develop something. Okay, so to connect to that particular machine, it is mandatory to enable a port number. Without enabling of port number, you can't connect to the machine. So if you are not able to
So
connect to machine, there is no use of that machine.
yes, but then the port number you said is 22. How do you come about that? Is it just a constant? I don't know.
It's a default port number. Like for RDP, a default port number is 3389.
Yeah.
Same way
For
for
Windows.
SSH 22 port number. So we have 65,000 port number, but yes, all not 65,000 port number is assigned to every of the type. I think just only 1,000 of the types are there. Other than that, we don't have any types. So in my we have total 65,000 port numbers. Out of this, few of the port numbers are mandatory. Means for each and everything, the port number is assigned for that. Like if you want to access a website, for website also we have a port number.
Yeah.
Okay, we will discuss that about port number, about those few of the more port numbers in our upcoming session. And even in AWS, we have a few services. For those also, it's mandatory to enable a port number. Without that port number, you can't connect to that particular service. So we will discuss about those things slowly in upcoming sessions.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
you got a reply from my side, the email you have sent me.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next thing what we are going to do here is we are going to connect to this particular machine. We are able to create. Now we need to connect. To connect to this particular machine, we need to download two softwares. The first software name is called as Putty. Second software name is called as PuttyGen. So here I've given that particular website. From there you can download, or you can do one thing also. Just search on Google download putty. When you just search on Google download putty, the website which you are getting on number 2, you need to click on that website. Once you click on that website, if you scroll down, here you are getting an option to download putty.exe. So as per your system configuration, whatever is your system configuration, click on putty.exe. Done. I have downloaded putty.exe. Scroll down in the same website. Here I'm getting puttygen.exe. So I'm going again as per your system requirement. Click on puttygen.exe. Done. Here I'm able to download both the softwares, and I'm going to store both the softwares in my 259 folder. Now, what is the use of putty, or what is the use of puttygen? With the help of putty, I'm going to connect to my Linux machine. Putty is a terminal. Putty is a terminal. With the help of this terminal, I'm going to connect to my Linux EC2 machine. But what is the use of puttygen? The use of puttygen is to convert our PEM file into PPK file. To convert our PEM file into PPK file. But why I want to convert PEM file into PPK? The reason is because putty does not support PEM file. So that is why putty is giving a separate tool for us. With the help of that tool, we can convert PEM into PPK. But why I'm showing you with putty? Because putty is the #1 tool in the market, which is help us to connect our Linux machine. #1 is putty. Second one is Git. And after that, in market, we have hundreds of terminals. If you know any of the terminal, guys, you can try practice with that also. But I want you to familiar with this tool, which is very frequently used in the market, putty. So what is the first thing we need to do? We need to convert our PEM file into PPK file. And I'm requesting you to please see my screen very carefully. Any mistake, you are not able to connect to this particular machine. Because we need to be very careful when we are generating this PEM into PPK. Because if you click on any other option, system will generate your PPK, but that was generating in a different form, which we require as per our cloud format. We are going with that. So normally in our Windows machine, what we are doing is we are installing the softwares. I have downloaded putty and puttygen. Do we need to install these? No. We don't need to install. So I just double click on it. It get open. So there is no option to install this putty or puttygen. Download and directly start using it. So the first thing what we need to do is we need to click on load. Now we have click on load. After click on load, the next thing what we need to do is we need to select our PEM file. But are we able to see our PEM file here? No. It's showing no item match your research. Sorry, search. Why? Because it is looking for a PPK file. I don't have a PPK file. So what I need to do? Need to change this from PPK to all files. Now we are able to see all files. So select your PEM file. Click on open. Click on OK. So what we have done? We have load our PEM file. After load of our PEM file, here we have an option of save private key. So I'm going to click on save, click on yes. Now give the name. It can be any name. You want to give a different name, you can give a different name also. But I'm giving same name. But now extension of the file is different. Earlier it was PEM. Now extension is .ppk. Click on save. Done. I'm able to generate PPK file by using our PEM. Now, any question anyone have regarding this generation of PEM into PPK, please quickly raise your hand. Because if you done any mistake in this, I'm 100% sure you will get error message. Or if you want me to show again, I can show you again. So all your answers will be clear. The best thing is let me show you again. So I don't think so then you have any question. So I'm deleting this PPK. Now, I'm again showing you. Double click on Puttigen. The first thing what you need to do, you need to load that PEM file. So click on load. Go to your folder wherever you have stored that PEM file. But we are not able to see why, because it is looking for a PPK. All files. So select your PEM file. Click on open. Click on OK. Then click on save private. Don't click anywhere. Don't click on generate. Don't click on save public key. The first thing you need to click on load. Then you need to click on save private key. So click on save private key. Click on yes. Now give the name. Here I've given the name of my PEM file, sorry, PPK file, Linux-259-PEM.pp. Save. So here we are able to generate our PPK file by using PEM file. Now anyone have any question? Now you can raise your hand, because again I have shown you how to generate a PEM into PPK. If still you have any question, you can raise your hand. Please quickly do that. Yes, Sujata.
Hi, sir. I have a question. Like when you are creating a EC2 Linux machine, at that time you're generating the PEM file, right? And in that screen, we are also getting the option as option button for PPK file.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
I've marked that topic. That's the next topic.
Okay.
Okay. Any more question?
No, thank you.
Yes, Vadnal, you can unmute.
Oh yeah, Ankit. So this PPK file and PEM file is regarding for the Linux only. So why we are not created the PPK file for the Windows?
Because there is no option.
What is the use of this two file or PPK
Which
file?
thing? To connect our machine with the help of Putty. Because
Okay.
Putty does not support PEM file.
Okay, that means in Windows we can directly connect to the EC2 machine without the PPK file. Right?
There is no option of PPK.
Okay.
So you need to generate a PEM file, and with PEM file you need to generate a password, and then you can connect to your machine. And even if you might be noticed it that time when I'm showing you, it is clearly mentioned there. PPK is for use with Putty. It is clearly mentioned there. For use with Putty. So it means PPK is not going to use anywhere. And Putty is just used to connect Linux machine, not Windows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we are able to generate our PPK file PEM into PPK. Now select your EC2 machine, click on connect. Done. Now note down the SSH client. So go to SSH client. We are already in the SSH client tab. Note down the host name. So from your EC2-user, note down this thing. Don't copy the front one, just from EC2-user, you need to copy this. And now I'm going to open putty. Now when I open putty, here it is asking me to enter host name or IP address. I have entered my host name. And you can see here by default, they have mentioned our port number, because to connect Linux machine, 22 port number is required. So that's what we are able to see here. Now, next step. Attach PPK file with putty. So this is also, we need to be very careful here. How we can select our PPK file with this putty. So the first thing what you need to do is, you need to click on this plus button for SSH. So I'm going to click on plus button for SSH. Then you need to click on plus button for auth. Done. Then you need to click on credentials. So first click on plus button for SSH, then click on plus button for auth, then click on credentials. So here we are getting the option to select our PP. The first option which we are getting. Here is it. The PEM file, the PPK file which we have created now. Open, accept. And you can see here, we are able to connect to our Linux EC2 machine. So this is how we can connect to our Linux machine. Now I'm going to show you one more way. So let me disconnect this. So once we click on connect, here I have one more tab called EC2 instance connect. Here I'm getting the public IP. So now I'm going to show you how we can connect to this particular Linux EC2 machine by using public IP. So just note down the public IP. So putty. It is asking a host name or IP address. So this time I'm entering IP address of my machine. Select our PPK. Same process. There is no change in the process to select a PPK. It always same. Here I'm getting. Click on open. Click on accept. It is asking for a username. Earlier, it is not asking for username, but now it is asking for username, because earlier the command which we have copied, in that the first thing what it is mentioned, our username. But here it is mentioned our default username. So what is it? Our default username? EC2-user. Is EC2-user is for all Linux-based operating system? No. For Amazon Linux, it's a default username. If you are using Ubuntu, there will be a default username. If you are using Debian, there will be a default username. So every Linux-based operating system is having different default username, which you can check from here. But if you are using Amazon Linux, for Amazon Linux, a default username is EC2-user. And even there is a documentation we have from AWS, which I'm going to share in the chat box with you guys. In this one, you will get the details of all the default username. So if you are using Amazon Linux, default username is ec2-user. For CentOS, for Debian, if you are using Ubuntu, here is it. So these are the default username we are getting it from their side. On even if you don't need to go for here, if you don't remember, just come to your machine and you can check here also the default username. So we are able to connect to our Linux EC2 machine with the help of putty. And while practice, if you get any error message, if you get a timeout error message, the solution is given here. If you get any error message, no supported authentication method available error, then the solution is given here. You need to just click here. The links is given from my side. Just check those links and resolve your issues. So if you get any of these two error message, solution is already. Other than these two, you will not get any error message if you're not doing a big mistake. Timeout error message, you are getting it just because of some of your system issue. No supported authentication method available error you are getting if you are generating a wrong PPK file. So if you are generating a correct PPK file, then you will not see this error message. Right now, I'm using a Windows machine. If you are using Mac operating system, you can use your default terminal which you have, or if you are using Linux, you can use your default terminal also, the one which you have in your operating system. But if you still want to install, you can install Git on your Mac operating system, because in Git, putty does not support in Mac operating system. The best option is you can use your default terminal for Mac operating system, but we have an option you can install Git. Here is that option. But here I have given it some more connect option for Windows also, which I'm not going to teach you. For your self-learning, I'm giving it. You can connect to your machine using Git. So first of all, you need to know how to install Git on your Windows machine. You can learn from here. And you can learn here how to connect your Linux EC2 machine using Git. Even you can connect your Linux EC2 machine by using command prompt also. The command prompt, we have it in our Windows machine. You can connect by using that also. You can connect to your machine by using PowerShell also. This is also one terminal. You can connect by using this Windows PowerShell also. Or the fourth option is you can connect your Linux machine by using browser also. So there are 4 ways also you can connect to your Linux EC2 machine. So I have given all the ways here. So when you're doing practice, once I upload this PPT, you can please check this links there. So you will get information how you can connect to your machine. With putty, I have already shown you. With other 4 ways, you can learn by yourself also. So these are just for your self-learning. Command prompt PowerShell browser, we are not much using in our real time in our organization, but still just for a knowledge purpose, I have given the details how you can connect. So this is how you can connect to your Linux EC2 machine. Any question anyone have, please let me know. Then what we can do it, we can terminate our EC2 machine. Anyone have any question? Okay. No questions? Let's move forward. Guys, any question, you can raise your hand. I'm still terminating the machine. Okay. Now I have terminated my machine. Lathia, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Shall we use this Linux terminal to practice all Linux commands? Huh?
Yes, you can use.
Okay, without any VMware workstation and all. Huh?
No, you don't need any VMware for that. This just you can create by using this Linux commands also. You can practice it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Dami, you can unmute.
Yes. What's the function of mpotty? Can I use mpotty instead of potty?
Like earlier I said that if you know any other terminal, you can use any terminal. I have shown you the Git one because it's number one in the
Okay.
market. If you want to practice with command prompt, you can use practice command prompt also. You can connect with PowerShell also. There are multiple ways. 4 ways also I've shown you with other way. One is putty, 4 other ways I have given in my PPT. So whichever you feel comfortable, you can go with that.
Okay.
I have shown you the putty one. I am going to use the putty one for upcoming sessions. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, yeah, you can unmute.
Yeah, I was wondering if you can show us the Git one as well.
That's why
Just
for self-learning, I have given the details.
yeah, I got the details, but I was wondering if you can just do it so that I can see it. I'm very new to this class.
That
So
actually it's a video. The which I'm
sorry.
sharing, it's a video.
Yeah, but would it hurt if you show at least, you know?
I need to install it again. I don't have it in my system.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
you
think.
deleted it. Okay, that's
So
fine.
if I start installing it, take 10 minutes. If you always want, I can install it. Let me just do that. Let me just search on
Okay.
Google Git SCM. Download for Windows. 64-bit. Here is it. Because putty does not require for installation. Git is required for installation. So just wait here to let it download, then we'll show that.
Okay.
Still in process. Anyone have any question? You can raise your hand, guys, because this will take some time to download. Still taking more time. Still taking more time. Oh my God, why it is taking so much of time today? Anyone have any question? You can please raise your hand, guys. This is still taking more time. So I need to fulfill the wish of Sia. So, but Sia, it's your wish is taking time. I'll show you that. Yes, Patil, you can unmute.
Hello, Ankit.
Hey.
If I stop my machine, will it going to erase my data?
Now I have a question here. If you shut down your laptop, is it going to delete your data from your laptop?
No. So
That's
that I
you got
can,
your answer.
instead of terminating, I can stop it.
Yes, it's completely up to you.
Okay.
Okay. Same way, like the data is not going to read from a laptop. Same way, it's also like a computer. It's like a server. So whatever the data is going to be there, it's not going to be deleted. And in some cases, in our real time also, it's mandatory to stop our EC2 machines to do some work. So it's mandatory. So if we stop our machine and if we lose our data, no one is going to use this cloud. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Any more
Yeah.
question? Anyone have any more question? They're taking so much of time to download. Yes, Lathia, you can unmute.
Ankit, yesterday we have
Yes,
created window EC2, right?
yes.
Window EC2, we have terminated that day itself, but we don't have
Yes.
any list form in window EC2 list. How can we get the data from
Sorry, can
without?
you please repeat again? We have terminated that machine. Lathia, can you please
Analyst,
repeat your question again?
we don't have any window list in EC2.
Where? Here we have now, when I'm creating the EC2 machine, that time I can select AMI. Or you're talking
Whenever we
about
want,
you're talking about here?
ha. Here we have a Linux EC2. If we don't have any icon, how can we get the data from?
Now tell me one thing, let's example, I have deleted that particular file from the desktop. Okay. After that, can I see that particular file in the desktop?
No.
That's what we have done there. We have deleted that particular machine. So after deletion, how we can see that particular file? That's what I have said in the last session also. And even in today's session also, we are not able to see our Windows machine because in the yesterday session, I said that once you terminate your machine, after a few minutes, that particular machine is going to completely removed from here.
As you said now, we'll get a data from, if we delete also, we get the data from Vision, right?
Do you have any backup?
No.
Definitely to get the data, you need a backup. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
So without backup, how you can get the data? So you need to have a backup.
Okay.
Okay, without backup, it is impossible to get your data, whatever you have deleted. Like if I'm deleting that particular file from my system, I don't have a backup of this file. How can I recover this file again? Impossible. Okay, so same way, if you need a backup first.
Okay. If we want to terminate that EC2 mission, just we can stop it, right? To get the
It's
data
completely
from
up
that.
to you. Like just few minutes before also one girl had asked the question. I said that it's completely up to you. In last session also someone asked, but my suggestion is always terminate because what happened next time when you're creating, if you're creating 10 times that machine, you can easily remember these steps. If you're just creating only one time, in one time, can you remember those steps? No. So if you're going to create 10 times that machine, then you'll remember these steps. So always once you complete your practice, terminate, because next day when you want to practice, you'll create a new machine.
Okay. But we
So when
lost
you're
the
doing
data.
practice more, we are not going to store any data right now. In this AWS training, we are not going to store any data. We don't need any of the machine which is used for next session. Whenever we require, we'll create a new machine.
Okay.
Okay? Because we are not going to install any softwares here right now. So we don't need any of the machine which is going to be dependency on the next session. Might be in our VPC service, we need a dependency. We have one topic, it's a lengthy topic. In that particular case, if I want, I can terminate. Or if I want, I can use the same machines also. So only in that topic, I'll stop a machines. Other than that, I don't need anywhere that machine needs to be key. Okay, I'm always going to terminate.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
so that's my
Yes.
suggestion. If you want to terminate, you can terminate. If you want to stop the machines, you can stop. It's completely up to you. I have given my suggestion for you. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Sunny.
As in UK, we get like project contract jobs for AWS. After completion this course, once we certified, do we get any support from Logic Labs, like to complete that particular project in the beginning?
Job supports we are not providing.
So there's no job
We are
support.
not providing job support. No, no job support.
Okay.
Okay. Any more question?
No.
And it's actually the correct word is work support. It's not a job support. It actually correct word is work support.
Yeah,
So we
work
are not
support.
providing any work support. No, we are
Okay.
not providing any work support. That's a correct word. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So here I'm able to download. Let's just install. Double click on it. It's mandatory to install Git. Putty is not mandatory, but it's mandatory. Click on yes. Next. You need to do any, just click on next and click on install. Okay, some error message I got. Okay, I'm just going to check this checkbox. Oops. Double click on it. Why I'm getting this something new? It's asking me to close some applications. Which application I need to close for this one? It's not required to close Putty to install Git. Okay, let me check this first option. Look like they have given something new options here. PID 518 closing is required. Just a minute. Yes, Abdul.
Hi, Ankit. I have one doubt regarding that instance we deleted, right? So suppose the instance deleted by mistake. Do we have any other by raising a call with AWS? Can you retrieve the instance if you have instance ID?
If you have a backup, then you can only recover. Otherwise, it is impossible to recover the data.
Even by calling AWS support, they cannot.
No option.
Okay. Is there any option to get the instance ID? Because it will stored anywhere in that AWS console.
If it's completely removed from here, then no. Till the time you can get it. Here I'm getting the instance ID.
There is no third-party tool we can integrate with here, and we can find that instance ID.
No.
Because I heard like that someone told by raising the Oracle, the AWS support, we can retrieve the instance. It's like that.
There is nothing mentioned in the documentation. So I'm giving you answer as per the documentation. Whatever ethical or unethical, I'm not aware of that. Nothing is mentioned in the documentation about these things. So my answer is no. I'm talking about as per the documentation. Whatever you have listened it, I'm not aware of that. Okay? I downloaded. Let me do that. Try using command prompt kill. Look like some session is going on in my system. I'm not sure about these things. See, yes, some session is going on in my system. PID 22668 could not be terminated. Access is denied here. Task manager, let me open. But it's very simple to install this. I don't know why it is giving this particular error message to me. Let me try now. I don't know, guys, why I'm not able to install it. It's not possible to show you now. I'll try to show in the tomorrow session if I'm able to install. Otherwise, I have already created a CL. Let me please unmute yourself. First of all, you need to unmute it for this thing. So yeah, I'm not able to show you this thing right now because I don't know why I'm not able to install.
That's okay.
So the
That's
video is
okay.
already there. Okay, video is already there. You can check the video. You can
Yeah,
try
I'll
by
try to
using that
do
video there.
yeah, I'll try to use the putty example and do it. If I can't, then I'll let you know tomorrow. But
No,
I'll
it's
try
very
to do.
simple. I putty one I have already shown you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll do
41,
it.
I have shown you the process of PD has been terminated. Okay, I got a command from one of the student. I'm able to do that. Let me try again.
I don't want
41 I
us
have
to
already
keep
shown
holding
you.
up the class. If we have another topic, maybe we can go over to it instead of just holding up the class.
Oh, now I'm able to install it. Thank you. What is his name? Mehdi, you can Mehdi, thank you so much for resolving that issue. He sent me the chat box. So now I'm able to install it. So look like some issue with my system. Oh, it's there. So here I'm able to install. Once I'm installed, what I need to do is I just need to go to connect option, SSH client, and copy this full example. And you need to open the git bash from the folder where you have stored your PEM file, because git bash supports PEM file. Git bash does not support PPK. So I already have a PEM file. Once it is get installed, I'll open this one. Just a minute. See, may I know which operating system you are using, Windows 10 or 11? Sia,
Yes, please. I didn't get the question.
which operating system you are using?
Windows 11.
Windows 11. So what I'm doing right now, that will not work in your system, because see, here you need to mute yourself. I'm asking you something and you're muting yourself.
I thought you
You
had
need to.
finished.
No,
Sorry.
I'm asking still something to you. You said
Okay.
you are using Windows 1. So what I'm showing you right now, this will not work in your system. Why? The reason is the wherever you have stored your PEM file, from that folder you need to right click, and here I'm able to see git bash. But in your Windows 11, you will not see that, because as per the latest update, you need to search git bash here. Here you will get. Like
Okay.
this, you need to open in your Windows 11. But here you are getting a different path. Make sure you change the path.
Okay.
CD, that path. So here I'm not able to do that. It is not picking that path. Right now I'm in which location? Okay, so I need to go to CD desktop first. Desktop. I'm going to that path. Okay, still I'm not able to do that. CD batch 259. Here I'm at. Okay, so you need to make sure you are under that particular path, and then copy that command, paste, enter. It is just a minute. I'm in which folder? Batch 259. Just a minute. Permission denied I'm getting here. So what you need to do, just right click on the PEM file and remove access. They are not able to pick that PEM file. Let me do it my way. Still showing permission denied. Oh, shit. While creating this machine, I've selected wrong PEM file. 235 key, and this is 259 key. Okay. Wrong key I've selected. Let me quickly create another machine. I don't have that particular PEM file in my local machine. That is from one of my previous batch. I have given that key. Again, I've selected the same. Okay, so here that machine is running. Connect. Copy that example. Right click, paste, enter. Type yes. Here I'm able to connect. So this is how you can connect here by using your Git bash also. Okay.
Okay.
Any more question? I have
All right.
completed your wish also now.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. And even for the same thing, there's a video given it. You can check that video also. The video is already given it in the PPT.
Okay.
Okay. In that PPT, you will get a bit more explanation. Okay. Because that's video,
All
PPT video especially created for that one.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
And in the training, I'm not going to use Git bash anymore. This is just for you. I have shown in that one single session. Okay. Because in
right.
organization, hardly you will see any of the companies using it. But yes, they are using Git, then they are going to use Git bash. Otherwise, they'll use Putty. So make sure you are practice with Putty more than rather than a Git one.
Git. Okay. All right.
Okay. That is why I was denied first. I'm not going to show that. That is why for those things I have given the videos. So it's just for self-learning, you can learn that one. And it is not possible to show you each and everything. Remember this thing. This is the one thing I've shown you. So if you wish any in upcoming session, other thing, so might be it is not possible for me to show each and every single thing. So make sure you will remember these things for upcoming sessions. Okay, it's a small thing. That's why I've shown you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Anyone have any question? Please quickly raise your hand. I need to end the session because I need to start my other batch in 15 minutes. I'm in a hurry. So anyone have any question? Please quickly raise your hand. Yes, Shiva.
Yeah. Hi, Ankit. I just sent a request for adding to the WhatsApp group for 259.
Just few minutes before Shiva, we have said that we are not adding any student in the group.
Okay.
We are only adding students in the community. That is why I have given the community link. I have already informed few minutes before this thing.
Yeah, but that community, like I sent a request, but even to join this community, I think that
For
somehow
community, there is no approval is required. Just to add in the group, you need approval. Is your mobile number last in the 419?
No, 47572.
So we got a request for the group. We have a request for the group, but you're already in the community.
Okay.
So you are
Is
already
it
in the community.
Okay. So is it something I get the first 2 days recordings in the
That's what I said
community?
that few minutes before, that you just add in the community. I'll inform my team. They will again share the day 1, day 2, day 3 recording in the community.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone have any question? Please let me know. Okay. I'm ending this session here. In tomorrow's session, we will continue with other topics. Thank you.